neither do I. I'm going to go with the Gambit youngsters too, mate. So I hate to...
it's the reasonable choice, though.
Play the devil's advocate. Yeah, I mean, look,
Yeah.
I did it yesterday with Honorous, right? And it paid off, so... You never know.
True.
From time to time. The sort of improbable can come true. We'll see here.
Here we go. Supra getting baited for it. Shiro's gonna fall back. Will they clear Supra? Are they gonna look for him? He's gonna take the first peek. 1, 2 for Supra. Going for the third. Kai needs some help, and he needs it now. But Supra continuing to dance, spotting Kyler as well. He is a machine. How does he get that third? Going for the fourth now. Kai begging for some help from Bialy, but it doesn't come, and Supra gets 4. Okay. Again, Gambit youngsters kind of like AVEZ. When they have USPs, nuts. Like, their CT side pistols are insane. Like, Supra plays this angle honestly to perfection. I don't think he takes a single point of damage until the last engagement. That's absurd.
Madness. Absolute madness on the opener. Looking really, really good. Off to that strong start on the CT side, which for me, I think has been looking a lot better for them. Their individuals can just stand strong and perform on their own. Crossfires are deadly, as you can see here. Inters runs out of ammo, and then immediately there's help in the form of Axile and Nafany. So nice and clean, making the cash money. So we're straight into the rifle round. That's what AVEZ were looking for. A bit of a throwaway. And straight in with the AKs. Only the one Molotov, so not very much offensive utility coming through from the T side. Certainly could make a difference. I feel like there are a good number of spots you can launch a molly, particularly towards the A side of things. But of course, back site B, back 90, as you always call it. Also pretty helpful to have those mollies. So certainly going to be tough for them, I think, with only the one to work with. Ooh. Could be big. Axile's pretty close. Meanwhile at mid, opening up, and the boost doesn't work. Damn, that is a shame for AVEZ. They lose the early man and can't really find anything on the B-bomb site either. They're right back to square one.
Even less than square one, because now they have less map control than what they spawned in with, which is just brutal, because Nafany is tightening that vice on that flank. Super just needs a hold, buy time. And AVEZ, this flank's really going to decimate them. They're going to be caught off guard. As soon as Super takes contact, yeah, he hears this. He's just going to live, let the flank start to push. Super just needs to live, and he will. Now AVEZ can do their smokes and execute, but there's no way they're expecting this much of a quick flank from Naf and Scriv. It's going to just decimate them. It's going to be so deadly.
Ooh. Oh, Nafany. Yeah, going to come into action in a second here. They're being chunked up as well. Supra getting one above the smokes. Nafany. Kylar looking across at the right second, though. That's absolutely massive. Not going to make much of a difference. Axile 2 with the MP9. And only Kylar remaining. Absolutely clapped out. I mean, they make it onto the A-bomb site, but it's Vertigo. Is that really an achievement? The retake is super, super clean from Gambit youngsters. Funnily enough, it's the flanker that we thought was going to be huge, really fast, perfect timing. But Kylar just takes him down nice and quick. Regardless, no harm, no foul. Third round on the board, and this economy very early is starting to expand for some of these players. Apparently, today is one of the hottest days on record for the UK. Doesn't feel that bad to me. I feel like it was hotter some of the days in June. What's going on there? Where are my UK boys? What are you guys thinking? I don't know. Is it hot out in Canada?
Did you ask if it's hot in Canada?
Yeah.
Today is actually really mild. It's kind of nice out. Okay. I don't have the air on today. But it's been humid. It's been nasty. It's kind of like that headshot. Kind of nasty. It's had its moments. You know, some days you can barely stand to sit inside, like inside or outside. But we've been really lucky the last couple days. It's been super nice.
Fair enough.
How's it over there? Nice, sunny, rainy?
Yeah, it is apparently like one of our hottest days on record, which seems to be breaking every year. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but you know. It's okay for me though. I think the last time we had a heat wave, which was like a month ago, I didn't have a fan. That was a rookie error, whereas now I do. And it doesn't get picked up on the microphone, so win-win, baby. At least I don't think so. Would be a bit awkward if it did. Regardless, we've been talking over the round, Keith. You know what's going down? Not very much, right? We've had 1 kill in from Kai here on this Deagle. He's left on 6 HP. He's by himself. 4 more to find. Gambit youngsters looking good against the rifles, against the anti-ecos, the anti-half buys, I guess this was. Really clean stuff so far. They're in with their 4th. They are on a tear. Axile and Super are incredibly rich early on. They need to, at the very least, make this next rifle round costly. If not, get it on the board, AVEZ. Early days once again, but scary, scary signs.
Yeah, AVEZ gotta wake up here on the quote-unquote favored side, right, of Vertigo, your map pick. So you really gotta start to clean it up here. You're letting the big boys of Gambit wake up and get really comfortable with this A ramp default. Bialy's creeping. What an half angle from Axile to peek in. If he finds them both, that is not even fair. The nade will be a little shy. Kyler has to tuck tail and run at 8 HP, Scriv. And it's just Gambit youngsters being given every fight they want at all their advantages. And AVEZ are just falling short. Not by much. They're really close to breaking this out, but peaks like that from Shiro becoming all too common. It's just Gambit youngsters getting really comfortable, Scriv. They're just at home.
I think so. And like I say, ooh, okay, this could be dire, yeah, and just look at that, right? It's a dangerous swing, but Shiro is just not missing. Kylar, the only one left. But really well done. The point I was trying to make is, you know, that super clean trade. It's like Nafany's caught out in the open. Shiro's there immediately to find it. Make sure the damage is somewhat nullified, or at the very least kept as low as possible. Balls coming in from AVEZ. They realize early on that they are not only losing rounds, but they're getting dominated. So something's got to change. And maybe the pause here is going to be the difference. I don't know about you. It's looking pretty damn good for Gambit youngsters if it continues like this, though. So we'll see. We'll see. They're going to have the rifles in play by the looks of things. Or at least try to. I mean, Kai has just gone straight in for it. Maybe he's the hero. I don't know. Already early on, some economic decisions that are a little not on the same page, let's say. Is a kind way of putting it, and it needs to be nipped in the bud, but it looks like Kai might have gone a bit deep. Yeah, everyone else just sort of going to half buy.
Ooh, opening pick from Shiro. He's not missing right now. Kai's gonna have to pop off with this AK. He's creeping again towards B. Back 90 this time is the position from Axile, who's, by the way, been playing this B site to perfection. And if Kai can get this kill, does he expect Inters? He does. He's ready for back 90. Axile now letting him know he's here. Not necessarily spammable, but Axile with 1 support comes in, and that should be enough for Nafany to close this one out. Headshot onto Kyler. Bialy grabs the AK. No head armor. Almost a double spray, but Gambit youngsters will stay flawless, Griff.
Little closer that time, I guess. For keeping the economy somewhat under wraps. It's still in a really good spot, but that's kind of the only silver lining I can give to AVEZ at the moment. And we talk about this time and time again, particularly on your map pick. These early rounds can be the difference, and you don't want to be in this position on your map pick. So You know, gotta watch out. Gotta watch out here. Another buy coming in from AVEZ. This one will be much more solid. Kai is still able to put together an AK. Oh, and now we're creeping in, but Nafany's behind him. Didn't even notice that, neither did he. Great flash through the smoke as well. A fantastic response from GAMBIT youngsters. Nafany with 3. Kai has crept in between the 2 of them and will take down 1, but Nafany has the bomb. Oh, goes a bit too aggressive. At the very least, the information coming in that both players are in and around ramp. The A hit seems inevitable. We're getting a little giddy here, Gambit youngsters. Walking through smokes is somewhat unwise. Kylar finds the head of Shiro through a smoke meanwhile, and it's all onto Axile. How has it come down to this? A 1v2 out of nowhere. This is wild. This is wild. Axile, though, going to look to creep through the smoke at the perfect time. This could be absolutely massive. He'll drop Kylar low HP as well on Kai. Saves the day for Gambit youngsters. What a mad round. What a mad round. Perfect flash over at ramp, and you think it's done. But no. AVEZ fight back. However, Axile, his push through the smoke works out. This is so well done. Where it's like he's on the edge of the smoke, and then the immediate reaction to flash to it. Got here a little fast this game, didn't we? No case, of course. Malta V 15. Be sure to use those codes for some bonus cash, some bonus refills. Banner down below will take you straight to their website with over 100 cases, so get amongst it. Shout out to those guys, our primary case sponsor.
Oh, the nades. Finally punished. Exile. Gotta be careful. They're both gonna drop their smokes, funny enough. Exile gonna try to play around it. He's in a weird, wild spot. He's certainly going to get traded out now, Kai. But no, Exile. He is cutting them down. Brings it to a 2v2. Marcos has a molly for the jump up. It's going to force Shiro in a weird spot. Narot going to try to poke and prod for enters, and he will. Shiro, quick rotate around to CT. Marcos is stuck on AC. Spots him and flicks over. Shiro is a beast. He is just clutching non-stop.
Definitely testing them in the past few rounds, but it is still Gambit youngsters to come out on top. 8 in a row, already securing the half victory here, Keith. So, certainly going to be happy with the way things are going. It carries on this way. We are not in for a good time. We are not in for a good time at all, if you are an AVEZ fan at least. Or an AVEZ player. Once again, folks, their map pick, and they're getting ripped apart by Gambit youngsters. And it's not really a question at this point. It's like, okay, preferred T side, maybe you're better on the CT side. I would imagine AVEZ are better on the CT side. We talked about the prominence of their double up setup and whatnot. But if you don't have any rounds to work with, it does make it very difficult for you. Ooh, love this on the edge of the smoke. No, he's just spotted his toes. Manages to get the kill in the end. That was a little messy. But a brilliant spot coming in from him. Meanwhile, Supra will take down Kai. So it's still even, but a slim advantage, you could say, for AVEZ with the opening pick and the early damage done onto Supra.
Oh, this is getting weird, isn't it? You saw the same thing I saw. Like, is Axel gonna get some really poor timing here? Or is he gonna play the long game? Seems like the long game is what he likes. That's his goal. Utility. Toss towards A. Supra going up on drywall. Can't quite land the shot. Sees the player getting in the plant spot. Kyler's going to try to cover from the ropes. And he gets banged out by Supra. The flank from Axile. Can they distract long enough? Can they keep their eyes forward? And Axile gets one. Nara, Bialy have no clue that the flank is happening yet. They have to continue to fight into sight. Bialy 1v2. Flick up. That's great. Flank is coming in. And there's Axile striking for 2. Gambit youngsters stay flawless. And they just look oh so good, Scriv. Even when they don't get the opening pick, they just have that man flanking right. They have great timing. Their holds on AVEZ's advances have been pretty good. And let alone retaking A, which is the primary method for this map, has been working really well.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Like I say, they're not in this insurmountable position anymore. They lose 1 or 2 rounds, their economy is broken, right? Which with 9 in a row is a little insane, but of course that's the CT side. And that does come down, to their credit, primarily to the fact that AVEZ are keeping the rounds close recently. But still not winning them, and that is important, right? 6th, the best they can hope for. Losing the early man as well, so the 6th looking pretty difficult. The 1st even looking pretty difficult. And yeah, no trade coming in. They have to regress. They lose control. Not looking too good. And Kylar just not even ready for it. Axel going to take him down. Molly coming in. Again, no trade available. 2-man advantage for Gambit youngsters with 1 minute and 15 left. AVEZ cannot crack a break. They cannot find any semblance of control in these rounds. They're always on the back foot, and it is such a tough way to be playing Counter-Strike. Axel does need to be careful. They're creeping in. Only their head showing as well. Of course, you shoot out of your eyes in this video game. Great flash coming in. Beautiful stuff. Finds the first. Does get flanked out. Damage already done. Enters with the off angle. Finds a quick trade. It's all onto Bialy once again. 4 players. A bomb plant required. Ooh, just get one. A little messy here, but they will manage to take him down. Nothing too crazy coming in. 10th round for Gambit youngsters. That one a bit cleaner. And AVEZ, well, straight back to the drawing board. Half buy coming in. Could be an 11th in a row for Gambit youngsters. Wowie.
Whew, this has been one of the best CT sides, Vertigo, you'll watch in a while. They have taken control. They have had flanks, which is so hard to do on Vertigo just because the timing's awkward. The map doesn't really allow for favorable CT flanks, but they have done it time and time again, Scriv. One of the more impressive Vertigo CT sides I've seen. A map that typically leans to the T side of things. Gambit youngsters have kind of figured out the opposite. Pistol pop onto the B site. Bialy does connect that headshot onto Axile. They can blame Inters for that one. I don't know if this plant's essentially going to happen, but in the smoke, as it fades, Kai with 1, can't turn 2, and everyone will die when the smokes will fade. 11-0 for Gambit youngsters. AVEZ bomb plant lost. I love how it shows Shiro defusing while he's running away. That's kind of funny. It's Super who's on it. There you have it. And then 11-0, Gambit will keep it rolling, Scriv. Their money is set. Wouldn't say for the half. If AVEZ can win out here and still break their money in a couple rounds, but yeah, it's kind of got to start now.
Well, look, man, I'll be honest. It kind of had to start like 2 or 3 rounds ago, but
true.
You know, you're a little late to the party. Still need to make it to the party, I guess. Which at the moment they're just struggling to get in the door. The bounce names are not on here, lads. Sorry, I can't. I'll let you. It's like, I know Dave, who's running the party. I know him, mate. He's my best mate. It's like, yeah, but you're not on the list. Gotta get on the list to get in. And they are trying their absolute damnedest to convince the doorman that they are allowed in. And Gambit youngsters, being the doorman, are just keeping them away right now. Love this as well. Deep smoke, then a slightly closer smoke. Not allowing them to run through, giving them the false sense that they have control of ramp, but not really. They've got certain little bits, but really nothing to work with. Slowly but surely they will start to edge their way forwards and hopefully going to find someone sticking out. Triple nade over at Sandbags. There's no one there though. That's kind of unlucky. Supra, meanwhile, on the double stack will take down Naurot up close and personal. Shiro not afraid of the flames. And Nafany's got a smoke with his name on it. Beautiful stuff. Helping each other out. Nice find from Bialy. Will it be enough to turn the tides? Not so sure yet. 4v3 and 2 players immediately turn tail towards mid to hold things back and make sure that, you know, they don't lose control of that position. So the 1 kill does mean maybe we can rotate to B. Not really set in stone though. There's still Axile here about 19 who's been playing so well. 15 frags so far. He's looking to add another couple to his name. The molly does reach him. He tries his best to find a frag. Not going to happen. Super though in with the rotation. He's getting clapped out. Kylar looking good. There's just too many bodies to deal with. They're already here. They've read into the facts. They are prepared for this. But be careful though. It's into a 1v1. Ah, there's just not enough time. It was 3 seconds getting that bomb down. He just didn't have enough time at all. And he goes down after time as well. Salt on the wound as Gambit youngsters will get their 12th on the board. And AVEZ once again go for a desperate buy.
Yeah, maybe we wrap this one up, Scriv. AVEZ taking a risk with this pick, but forgetting how good Gambit youngsters are on this map. Maybe feeling a little overconfident from that best of 1 win over Apex, because again, this has been a miraculous, really well done CT side from Gambit youngsters. The best CT side I've seen in a while. Nothing going AVEZ's way. Marcos, gonna buy glass cannon. Or not glass cannon, gonna buy a armor AK, no utility. So, kind of like a glass cannon AK without utility. So you're not really helping anyone but yourselves, but that's fine. Wouldn't mind a downgrade to a Galil to get utility, though. I'd be cool with that. Yeah, Marcos, the guy. Team player Marcos. Rare animation on top of it, that's cool. But Gambit looking to move on to the next map relatively quickly, Scriv. One of the quickest Vertigo games I think we've watched ever?
Probably, to be honest, like, probably for most people, to be honest. Definitely that we have casted 12 in a row just like that is, yeah, pretty mad. Pretty mad. And we'll see. Dust too. What do we always say? Momentum based, isn't it? My youngsters have got quite a lot of that. There you go. The triple nades eventually pay off. They will drop Supra. That's a nice early opener coming in. Big nade return. Does make life a little easier, but going to get caught completely off guard. Oh no. A hole in the defense. Intis does get 2 somehow from that position. But certainly a hole in the defense there, and a 3 versus 2 coming in. I feel like just to keep your flawless run of rounds alive, you've got to go for this. Their money is okay to buy into the next as well. The AWP going to be awkward on the retake. Nice stuff coming in as tags landing, but nothing into actualization. Axel going to go down a bit too easily as well, and Shiro, yeah, will now pretty much have no option to save 1v3 with an AWP. Doesn't matter about their HPs or whatever. It's just not going to happen. He knows it, so hoping someone pushes into him. Not the case. He will drop back. And they do it, Keith. Do it. They get around.
Everyone clap in chat. !CLAP. I don't think we have that emote enabled, but let's get a clap going.
Don't think so, but
yeah.
Feels good, man.
It does feel good. I want to see a lot of feel good emotes. AVEZ on the board. They keep 3 alive. That's important. They're 1 round away from breaking Gambit's money, which means they could win out, Scriv. They just gotta win this one. And then they can win out and get up to 3. That's all they'll get. But they're CT side pistol gods. So basically the pistol's already in the bag. There's still a chance, Scriv. I have not lost hope in my AVEZ pick.
Well, that's commendable, to say the least. That is commendable. But we'll see. Can they get a few more? That is the question that we're all asking, right? Fast coming in. Confident coming in. Oh, Nauro, that's so unlucky. He sees the fade away, the ghost of Counter-Strike pass, then, well, he will end up going down to the AWP. Opener coming in. They're trying this gotcha play once again, where they just walk up and hope to catch some players off guard. Quick trade coming in, but it's still a man advantage. Nafany going to go down a bit too easily there. Damage certainly being done. Rotations are in. AVEZ have evened things back up, which for them is an achievement. And one of these Gambit youngsters players, as they may well do with 12 rounds already in their back pocket, if one of them gets too giddy, it could spell defeat. So they've got to be careful and just play things nice and safe, which is good for AVEZ. They can try and group up, use what little utility they have remaining. And I would maybe advise a B hit, for sure. And it looks like that's what they're going to edge towards.
Another flank though, Scriv. On a map that's nearly... like, the timing's awkward. Flanks are weird. You can't run at all. You gotta walk the whole way. Does he go back to B? He is. Oh, this is so big. He's gonna hear the nade, so he'll tell his teammates to rotate. If Shiro can just delay... there's a gap in the smoke for him to work with. Axi will take the man in the back. Now they have to worry behind him. 20 seconds. They still have to plant Scriv. The bomb carrier stuck on catwalk. Off angle taken by Axile. 13 seconds. Still has to plant. Axile can jump up now. Knows it's behind double stack. Kai alone and not a chance. 13 for Gambit. That was AVEZ's chance to break Gambit youngsters' money. Instead, they will be... I mean, they'll have lots of bonus on bomb plants. So they'll buy, but... it's not exactly what they wanted. It would have been an easy 15 or easier. Instead, it's against another full buy.
Well, the uphill battle begins once again. AVEZ go once more into the breach, and we'll see if they come out the other side. Maybe not. Super just denying Kai immediately. Axel, meanwhile, has been a pretty solid brick wall most of the time over on this B-bomb site. Slight position change. They're trying this slow gotcha again, where they're just going to walk in and hope someone's looking the wrong way. Ooh, and Axel, he could get caught off guard. Kylo's pretty close, waiting for the flashes to come in. Smoking the way. Axel playing above it, able to find one. Oh my god, they're so blind. Axel unblind first, though. The team flashes a bit awkward, but he's able to come out on top of things. The rotations are in. He will go down to a touchdown nade in the end. Nafany, meanwhile, on the flank, of course, and a 14-round half on AVEZ's map pick. Let that sink in. Let that sink in for just a sec. Yeah. 12 in a row as well. That's incredible. That's incredible. And I don't care how good your CT side is, I do not see them pulling this back. I'm prepared to be wrong. I mean, it would be sick if I'm wrong, but I just have to be a realist.
Yeah, the odds are... that's the most crazy odds I think we've seen, Scriv. So, shout out to Loopbet. Good old partners. They're good. They're good peeps. Good people. Now, AVEZ need one of those good old USP rounds that they're kind of known for, Scriv. Tough. You lose this, you lose the game. It comes down to a random round. Oh, and already a Gush and a Marcos. They're already having to pack in the CT aggression. Gambit phase them back. Bialy's trying his hand at a flank. Ooh, and he might get caught. Ooh. Bialy. Is he gonna ignore? He could ignore and just go ramp. Especially now that his teammates are falling. Marcos going back for more, but he's very low. No, he wants Nafany. He wants him, but his teammates are dying. Bialy needs to get a kill and get over here. It's getting sketchy, Scriv.
Kai's found one. Maybe Bialy was spotted and kind of kept away and not fancying the flank anymore. That's what it looks like, considering he's kind of moving away, but now he's moving back in. Bit too slow as well. They don't really have a kit to go, and they're waiting for Bialy to make a move. And it becomes a bit more telegraphed as the round goes on. Kylo just flies past. Bialy's flank will be nullified. And Super finds the final 2 kills. That's got to be the final nail in the coffin. 14 rounds in a row. Does not happen very often. Once in a blue moon. Probably once in about 5 blue moons. Don't quite know how frequent blue moons are. I think the idea is they're not. So, like, it doesn't happen. I don't really know. It's just, well, you just say things, and sometimes you don't quite know where the saying comes from. It's also a song. I don't know. Regardless, AVEZ, your chances are not that high.
Yeah.
I'm losing my mind. It's really hot. This game has been incredibly one-sided. My box is gone.
That implies it was there at one time, though, Scriv.
What the hell?
Roasted. Nothing like banter between friends after Friendship Day.
True.
Yeah. That's
It's a pretty
how.
good friendship day as well, you know?
It was a good day. It was a good day. Yeah. Friendship Day should be every day, but then I'd get bored of my friends. So let's just let me appreciate you once in a while, not all the time. Tyler, off angle for one, and he's escaping and calling for his friends, but he's let them come through, and they actually slaughter him. I thought they would have been in trouble, but they shut it up. There's the flank, all on Supra now. Deals with the low HP player. Don't give him 1v1s. Don't you do it. They're giving Supra a chance, but he's gushed up now. Finally, he'll fall, and AVEZ, they're running it back, Scriv. That was the turnaround moment.
I think you're really hanging on to your prediction.
I'm reaching.
Yeah, you are.
Real hard.
Yeah. It's okay, man. I'm sure AVEZ are reaching a little as well, you know? I imagine Marcos, ever positive. He looks like a positive guy. They win that one round, and he's like, this is it, guys. This is that game. Here we go. And, I mean, we'll see. It could continue for a few rounds here, but they might be a tad optimistic. Commendable, but perhaps ill-placed. We'll see. A nice opener coming in from Bialy. So, like I say, I think they might be able to string a few together here and get some confidence back going into Dust 2. He says Super bangs out now a lot, but he is traded pretty quickly. And Kylar and Nafny, I believe, just kind of playing chicken. Actually, no. So Kylar and Inter's playing chicken over at the B-bomb side. They're going to try and hit the A site, though. One player eliminated from here, I guess. Nice advanced position from Kai, and even if he goes down, the rotations will come in nice and easy, and he's just not going to go down. Can he get it on the Deeg? Oh, he can. Nice. 1v3 by himself. Third round for AVEZ. And they bought themselves a bit of breathing room. Not very much. About a millimeter. But it is going to be an eco in from Gambit youngsters, so we'll be here a little while longer by the looks of things, Keith.
What did I tell you, huh? What did I tell you? No longer reaching. It's not a fantasy. It can happen. Just Glocks this round, which hopefully that's all Gambit have for the remainder of this half. If you're an AVEZ fan. They are just going to cut them down towards a ramp. No one will fall. Exile chilling around the toilets. And Marcos not going to allow it. So there we go. Big CT bank build up. Not that it matters, but they'll be able to buy an op if they want to. Honestly, I wish Marcos kind of will. Money doesn't matter. Just, yeah, drop the M4, grab an op, let your buddy home, let your homie upgrade if he wants it, whatever. Problem solved, Scriv. Just go for it. Nothing to lose. You know it's a buy from Gambit anyhow. Marcos is my spirit animal.
All right, here we go. Do or die. I like the aggression here. Bialy with a cheeky nade. Sneak in. Could be genius. Now we're up with a off-angle two-man setup at the top of ramp. I genuinely do think if they'd have started off on the CT side, we could have had a really, really different game.
Yeah.
But, well, that's the way the cookie crumbles. And regardless, you can talk about knife rounds and whatnot being commonplace here in Malta vibes, but with it being your map pick, you would have started on the T side regardless, so Not like it makes too much of a difference. Great little molly coming in. Now not going to be pushed out. Actually manages to get a frag and get away. Oh, Gambit youngsters. This is uncharacteristically a mess. Nafany does drop Narok, but traded back pretty quickly. Kai's still alive here as well. Finds another. And all onto Axel in a 1v4. Looking good from AVEZ towards the end. The only issue, and it's exactly a repeat, a taste of their own medicine, so to speak. The only issue is, as soon as they drop around, as soon as they make a mistake, it is over. This one's not quite over yet. I mean, he's 5 HP. Surely not, I say, but more damage he does, more problems he causes into the next couple rounds. Okay, that was a bit close. The Ollie does drop him, no shenanigans coming through. But like I say, losing those two players kind of needlessly, it will mean that their economy is somewhat spent for a couple of these players. And when you're on the comeback train, sure, it's like, okay, you drop a round, it's over, is the one argument. But also, if you come into a round where, sure, you might have just won it, but you only survived with one player, and then you got a guy on an MP9, a guy on a FAMAS, it's going to screw you. So, cleanliness, as they say, is next to godliness, and that's kind of what AVEZ are about at the moment. Loving the aggression from Marcos, though.
Well, there we are. Not timid, playing to his suits, playing to his strengths. Aggression with the op seemingly works out quite often for him. That's pretty cool. What are we gonna see here? Nothing crazy from Gambit. Maybe catching Kyler with his boost. Clearing this angle though from this boost. Like, there's no way Axel will. Yeah, just laid out. And this should be round scriv. There we go. AVEZ getting the 6. We them boys.
We are. Hero's still alive though. More damage on the cards. We got one more bullet. See ya. Dead to rights. But now we'll see. We'll see. Another rifle round coming in. As we've said, no room for mistakes. They have to keep things looking nice and tidy here for another 9 rounds in a row. No mistakes allowed for quite some time. Now's not the time to be making them. Ooh. Ooh, Naro in a really good position. Love that, in and around the smoke. Beautiful stuff. Super has crept in, though. He's able to find a quick frag onto Kai, so it's kind of all in vain from Naro. Suppose it's whether he's still around or not. They're not quite prepared. Nice big pickup coming through. Unsure whether that's going to be enough, though. Marcos trading back. Okay, this should be enough. And the flank cut off from Axile. It will be a 7th for AVEZ. Again, staying alive a little while longer.
Yes, sir. They're on the run now. All right, Gambit gonna let this one slide. Again, the issue is if they held them at 14 and we're doing this, I'd be a little more excited. But you're just like one mistake away, right? One 50-50 duel just not going your way. And then we're right back to kind of where we started. So, hopeful that they can continue this going forward. Looking pretty good. Here we go. Deagles for the Gambit youngster side. Scriv, not really much to talk about. Kai, though, getting aggressive against these Deagles could backfire, but he has plenty of support from his boys, and it will be covered beautifully. No worries. Cleanup commences, and that'll do.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty nice. It is pretty nice here on their CT side. They've been really clean. Even getting the anti-ecos and everything on board, so somewhat a shame for AVEZ they don't start on the CT side. But when you're picking a map, you need to have a solid opposite side as well, right? Like, if CT side is your prominent side, that's fair enough, but somewhat unacceptable to go 14-1 regardless, even on a map like Nuke. So, have to look a bit internally. They just couldn't get into gear early enough. We'll see. It would be mental, and we are getting there. There's still 7 more in a row, and another buy going to be coming in. Gambit youngsters have now got the loss bonus stacked up, so it becomes a hell of a lot harder, particularly if they can get clean bomb plants and everything. They're able to buy and buy and buy and buy. So, tough time ahead for AVEZ, and an AWP out for Shiro here as well. Something slightly different to contend with.
Yeah, Shiro is up. Deadly on the CT side. Will they be able to find a pick on this T side to get Gambit youngsters over the line? They're super fighting the first. The aggression finally gets punished. It was going on for a bit too long for Gambit youngsters' liking, so now they have a man advantage, Scriv. Where are they going to rock and where are they going to roll with this? That is my question. Things are getting a little antsy.
Little sweaty. A little nervous. A little shaky. Just winding the clock down here on the Gambit youngsters side. Slow but sure, hoping someone takes a peek. Tries to be the hero to pull this round back for AVEZ. Not happening just yet, and maybe winding the clock down a bit too much. Kylar pulling off a flank as well that, you know, if he strikes at the right time, could be devastating, could be absolutely deadly. Particularly as the utility's starting to go in. As you can see, I think Axile is just watching for it, but yeah, it's as the round goes on, he will move away. 20 seconds left. Key frags to be found. Shiro, though, perfect stuff. Too fast for Marcos. And Kylar, his flank is going to have to be huge. Kai has pushed in as well, trying to get the catch, but he gets caught off. Not going to work out for him. Bialy good for one, trying to find something through the smoke. And now it is all on to Kylar. On that flank, they do look away at the right time. He has to go absolutely huge here, though, for the 4K on his own. 2-man sets up. Super going to spot him. Super going to swing, and that will be that. 16-8. And as we said, the issue with clawing things back from so far behind, that one mistake costs you the game. And in the end, the inevitable comes true. The prophecy is answered for, and Gambit youngsters will steal away AVEZ's Vertigo.
I'm not sad about it, Scriv, although a little bit. It's well fought from AVEZ in the end to bring that one back, but it was Gambit youngsters through and through on that CT side. The best CT side I've seen on Vertigo in a long time, if not ever, at this level. Really just shutting things down nonstop. But you're right. I agree with your point that you said earlier. If AVEZ started on the CT side, could have been a completely different game, but not the case. And we're jumping into Dust 2, Gambit youngsters pick next. Quick break, and we'll get down and dusty with it.
Nice shot. Lock and load. Wow, very good. Let me show you how it is done.
vehicle fights I've been to.
Welcome back to Malta Vibes, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by Gaming Malta, the home of gaming excellence. My name's Keith LaFortune. I've done a hat swap, but Scriv is still here on this side. Got it right this time. Scriv, this just came in the mail, actually. I'm preparing for my golf trip, so I bought like a couple hats, some new balls, because I lose a ton all the time. You know, just you got to stock up when the deals are there.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. And I feel like AVEZ going to need some deals, you know what I'm saying? They're going to have to... I don't know, make some kind of deal with the devil after that first map. They get their pick stolen away in pretty decisive fashion. 14-1 first half. It was said and done after the first half. Right, takes a little bit of time for GAMBIT youngsters to clean things up, but they do so nonetheless. Now we move into their map pick. Dust 2. Sure, AVEZ have taken it off of them in the past, but I feel the GAMBIT youngsters, boys, A, with that performance, and B, with the way that they approach the game, are just not going to let that happen again. So this is going to be really hard. This is going to be really, really, really hard for AVEZ. I just don't know how they approach things here. GAMBIT youngsters just looking so clean, so good, right? Everything about them on the AWPs, the individuals, just across the board. Super is the one that tops things out, which was, you know, the names that we don't expect. But, of course, Axel, Shiro, not too far behind him. Really, really great moments from a lot of the guys here, and you could argue Nafany and Inters were just enabling the rest of the team. But the stats across the board just looking so, so good for GAMBIT youngsters.
Yeah, no, you can't argue it, can you? And now we're moving into GAMBIT youngsters pick a Dust 2, where I would even say is more duel heavy than Vertigo. Like those long brawls, the defaults all require fights off catwalk in towards mid. B site retakes are always very prominent. I'm nervous for the AVEZ boys. I really am. I know they're decent at Dust 2, but GAMBIT youngsters are just dialed in, aren't they? They're just feeling really good. And we have all 10 in servers, so knife round's about to happen. Script. My boy B, the pick I made for AVEZ, hopefully can step up. But I mean, Shiro's delivered, so there's that. My prediction has failed, but that's okay.
You're trying to cling on to what you can.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest. But, you know, that's absolutely fair. It's been a real tough ride for AVEZ for sure. Of course, they have that decider best of 3 later on. This is the winners. So there is certainly a chance that they can keep on going. But I think Dust 2 is going to be so, so hard. We are just about to get into things. Of course, the knife round underway in just a few moments here. Will be a real tough battle. Yeah, AVEZ, there's no beating around the bush. This is going to be so hard. This is going to be so, so hard. Hopefully they get off to that strong start and they can make it competitive. But GAMBIT youngsters just seem to be on another level. Looking really good form-wise. Looking really good in this matchup and have clearly done their work and gone, whoa, okay, we got beat by a team that's not meant to be too good on Dust 2 when it's one of our best maps. Let's go away and let's lock these kids down and make sure we can beat them next time. And that is exactly what's happened. The ring around the rosy knife round. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. At least they'll win the knife round here on the AVEZ side.
Yeah, I don't know if it exactly is going to matter what side they start on, though. Maybe I'm being a bit too harsh, but... I mean, Dust 2 does kind of lean to preference more than actual side strength. So... it's like a 60-40 map T-side. Again, at the top echelons Counter-Strike, as I've said before, it is CT-sided, but here it will lean a little bit T-sided. So AVEZ really can do what they want comfortably, whatever they're feeling. But after Vertigo, they're probably not feeling much. But they are going to like to start on the CT side, Scriv. Bold move.
I mean, for this team, I think they're pretty damn confident on that CT side. We saw that towards the tail end of Vertigo, that they were looking a lot stronger there. So, and as we've talked about before, even when Cobblestone, you know, was T-sided, super T-sided, teams like to start on the CT side of things. Particularly more so nowadays. I think it's really nice to start there and give it your best shot with the economy and whatnot. Loving this from Marcos. Okay, can he get any more? Not going to be the case. Confidence. Bialy steals his third away, but the confidence is back for AVEZ and a beautiful opening exchange. And just like that, the round for GAMBIT youngsters seems to have gone by the wayside. We'll see. They might be able to recover it back. Anything seems to be possible for these, particularly with Shiro and Axile left alive. P250 for Shiro. Just missing a few too many shots, perhaps. He says Axel picks up 2 kind of easily there in lower dark, and suddenly the rest of AVEZ, they freeze slightly and go, whoa, okay. Not over just yet.
Maybe not. This could still go Gambit's way. It's kind of like a standoff. I appreciate the aggression, however, from the AVEZ side, showing confidence still, which is great to see. How do they pull this one back, though, Scriv? They're going to look to peek with this P250. Ooh, spot Bialy. Axel's going in alone. Shiro throwing a flash to try to complement this, and a smoke. Shiro taps him away. Both players are here. Don't think they're going to be ready for this car player. Nara, 2 easy kills in the bag, but Axel actually finds him, and Marcos gets his 3rd. So did come down to the wire. The P250 made a bit of a difference, but AVEZ nonetheless pick up a CT side pistol, which I told you they never lose.
Yeah, true. True. So, I mean, some truth in the... in what you're saying today, I suppose. Not
all of it, but a little bit.
But no, for real, like a really solid pistol there. It does get a bit dicey, but even that shows with a solid start in the pistol round, which can often be so difficult to pull back. Gambit youngsters are able to make it close, so not to be a negative Nelly about it or anything. Really good for AVEZ to get off to that strong start and everything. There's some pretty nice caveats to it if you're a Gambit youngsters fan. And we'll see here. Gambit youngsters going straight in, right? Hero AK coming out. They've got a scout and a number of deagles. Shiro going to get tagged up, I believe, through the door, maybe through the smoke. Regardless, he's down to 30 HP, so that kind of sucks. I can never really write it off. Supra was the boss man on the previous map. Looking to do the same here on Dust 2. Maybe wanting to have a sick day. We'll see. AK moving up. Now it's been revealed. Now they know on the CT side. And Marcos' patience pays off here once again. Looking very, very good. 2K coming in for him. Will be traded. But not before he deals a big chunk of damage. However, Axile, perfect position here. And finds the clean headshot. Patience. Waiting for the player to just walk into his crosshair. Not taking any chances. And suddenly, a man advantage for the T side as the bomb goes down. So this has become very, very scary. This flank is coming in. Gambit youngsters, they might be able to steal away. This would be devastating for AVEZ. Kill comes through for Kai. In and around the smoke, but from long is Axel. Surely looking to end the round here. Kai might be able to get it done, but no, he can't. Supra's left on 8 HP. It's as close as it comes, but Gambit youngsters will indeed steal the round away. And AVEZ, just when they thought they'd caught a break, they'd caught, you know, a nice start. Cool, let's go. Confidence, nice. It's stolen away. Gambit youngsters are not playing friendly today.
Yeah, they're not playing friendly Counter-Strike. They're playing to win in 2. No doubt. Inters will peeking another scout and Kai, who's going to get the best of this duel. It will be Kai. Beautiful headshot to find on Inters. All the while, the AKs and Galils have come out towards Car. They're going to molly that position. Marcos has already left. Good thing he left, because rent was going up and bullets were coming in, so good on him for getting out of there. As Marcos still looking to do something with this scout, allowing the Deagle of Kyler to take contact. Gambit youngsters could be in trouble, Scriv. They keep facing.
Ooh, Marcos as well, yeah, landing these tags. They certainly could be in trouble. Deagles, scouts mix so well together. Another tag coming in. The kill's not quite there just yet. We will see Bialy finally capitalize. And look at this, 11 and 28, really not looking too good HP-wise for Gambit youngsters. They're split. The bomb's got to make it across as the smoke dissipates. Now he'll land the headshot. A little bit overkill. But that might just seal the deal. 1v3, flank coming in. Bialy should be able to end things here and now. No, Shiro will take him down, but Shiro maybe not fancying his chances and looking to go for a simple save here. Should be able to as well in just a few moments. So a little bit of a slower, more boring end to the round, but Kept exciting by the fact that AVEZ are now the ones to steal around away, keeping things interesting here on their CT side and not bowing out as quickly as perhaps they did on Vertigo. Just to immediately going to be better for them, the fact that they're keeping it competitive. Although it is very, very harsh, you know, the force buy wars as they were. Someone's got to lose. Generally speaking, it's that CT side, so could be difficult for them here. Ooh, just stole it away, I think, at the end there, the AK. Pretty good stuff, actually, from Shiro denying that away, and it does kind of give them the chance with the cash that they have, the little cash that they have built up, but they look to force buy once again.
This could get dicey. Double AK, Shiro, Supra. You never know what they're going to be able to do with them. Could be a grand success or a bit of a failure, but I'm feeling pretty good about them. They've been playing really well. And AVEZ's buy is in tatters, isn't it? Nafani will throw the jump up. Smoke. He's considering which one. Now he's just going to do the regular. I believe. Yeah, Shiro's doing the jump one. There we go. And they're gonna flash. This is just a mid to B. Keep it simple. Bialy's angle. Oh, it sees him. Easy kill for Bialy. Nade on top of that, on top of Nafani, who still wins the fight against that solo B player. You know this B retake's coming in, though. They're leaving Shiro in mid to hunt. Leaving him to frag, but he gets dinked. He's gotten the one and he'll live. Keeping that man advantage is crucial here.
Absolutely. The creep coming in from Kai as well. Not looking too good. Gonna get dinked out and eventually finished off by Shiro. He was trying to edge his way in. That was the, you know, position that they could have maybe found a cheeky one, a way back into the round. Not gonna happen. Bialy will get the heady onto Nafani, but they were already backing off. They were already conceding the round. Of course, retaking B with a man disadvantage, even with the flip to the door, I think still pretty damn hard. So Gambit youngsters straight back in. We talk about the economic downfall of these force buys, these continual force buys. AVEZ, I mean, you save here? Do you force around? I feel like you've just got to save, but even then the loss bonus is not going to be enough to get anything done, surely, right? Because 1900 for players like Naurot and Kylar and Kate, it's just not going to be enough. So yeah, they're going to go for it.
Molly, long. Going to keep them at bay. Gambit youngsters, Scriv, have made the start of this game different and exciting. And they look back towards just simple default, right? You do 3 lower, 1 top mid, 1 holds long push. Very standard. These two players will start to work cat. They can call back that lower player to come flash to them if they want. All pretty standard stuff going for Gambit youngsters here, Scriv. Question is, do they expect the force buyback from AVEZ? That's probably more of a serious question, I suppose. I'm going to assume they will. And AVEZ with this setup at double long cat control doesn't necessarily mean much.
Yeah. Somewhat misleading, I guess. They're happy to go for the retake by the looks of things, particularly if Bialy, you know, stands strong, finds 1, maybe 2. Has to on this M4. Has to be the hero. Well-timed peek, but he's denied the frag, and he gets taken down as well. Super clean stuff. Axel once again holding this spot at the top end of middle. It's been brilliant so far. He will be traded out, but not before he finds a frag. Meanwhile, Shiro comes in to help his buddy, or avenge his buddy, I should say. And finding more. Incredibly decisive stuff from Gambit youngsters. They will shut down the force buy, and it seems it has come to an end. Gambit youngsters will be the victor of the force buy wars. And now AVEZ is going to have to eco one out, and Gambit youngsters will start to build an early lead.
Inters, good molly. All right, we'll just take the fall head first into the fire, Kyler. If he dinks Inters, could find him. And never mind, I'm a liar. I thought he had him low enough where a dink from the ESP would kill, but it appears I'm wrong. Scriv doesn't happen often, but I am. He'll live on 2, and that's round 4-2 Gambit Youngsters. AVEZ. I wonder if they really want an op, because Markov's could glass canning it. I bet he will, yeah. It's the only thing that makes sense. They need someone to be a little assertive. Wouldn't mind seeing him go towards long, maybe get a boost. Or sorry, go towards short. Or head towards long, just support his teammates. Not having utility and armor is tough, so he's going to have to kind of quote-unquote bait. But it'll be worth it in the long run if he can find a pick.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've seen a great deal of prominence from him towards the tail end of Vertigo, so I wouldn't be surprised if he does get an early one here. Like you say, with the proactivity, it seems to be his style, but just no one coming his way. It doesn't really work in the end. We'll see him later on in the round, of course, though. No one really going down as yet. Weird kind of bonus buy here from Gambit Youngsters. Really looking to hold on to as much cash as humanly possible. Could come back to bite them with the slightly weaker weaponry that they've got in places. Oh, and the CT drop, massive. Mid to B once again. Kai now this time going to stand pretty damn strong. Nafany's still an issue, still being pesky, and the hit coming in from the other side of B now. Kai is left, he's mollied out, he's sprayed down ever so slightly. Nafany, meanwhile, getting information in, spins around to try and take down Kai. Not going to work. And a 3 versus 2. So the retake's certainly doable. Kai's got to be careful not to go down too early, and he knows it. Hesitates, backs off ever so slightly, waiting for Kylar to come in. Interesting, he throws the smoke himself. But that's been spotted. It's not the gotcha play that he expects it to be. Inters is waiting, ready and waiting for this push to come through the smoke. Maybe that's the idea. Oh, Inters through the smoke, going to take him down. However, immediately traded all onto Shiro. Can he find the 1v2? The bomb ticking away, and he will get it. Markov's no armor, of course, an easy pickup. And Gambit Youngsters, although a tough round, will start to string them together decisively. Destroy the AVEZ economy. And flashbacks of Vertigo here. As the clutches, everything they're doing in these past few rounds have been working for Gambit Youngsters. Beautiful stuff from Shiro in the end.
Gambit Youngsters back on their high horse, Scriv riding it across +2. Looking deadly. They've come off this opening few rounds like a drive from DeChambeau. I'll make a golf reference that only a few will get, but quick, fast, and they're running long, Scriv. That's basically what I said with that reference, because I know you don't follow golf, but
yeah,
I'm trying to convert you into it.
Keep trying. But I get it. Hard and fast. Or whatever. Forget the goal? Alright. No, I'm joking. I'm not that clueless. Anyway. Just the one frag so far. Which, I mean, to be fair, with like the half investment and everything, if they can get a bit of a return on it, it's decent. But the bomb's gone down. Solid advantage for Gambit Youngsters. Another frag coming in. That's going to steal the deal. Bialy creeps in, just about. He is dealt with, but another kill. Always good. And Kai floating on the edge of this smoke. Might just be able to drop another if they decide to come his way, but it's not going to be the case. Maybe he's sticking around to pick up one of the rifles that's been dropped. They may well have been thrown out of the map, though, if you look at where they're situated. So, yeah, nothing going to come for Kai. Stick around for Gambit Youngsters. Stability. Once the economy works out cleanly, it's been very, very difficult for AVEZ to get back in. So, starting to worry ever so slightly for them. This next rifle round with the double up setup here, Keith, needs to work.
Definitely. Early utility in towards mid, and Supra quick up that catwalk. Oh, one of the two ops stared him in the whites of his eyes. Gambit youngsters very quick into getting catwalk control. Honestly, faster than I thought they'd be allowed to do with double ops. They're giving up mid control, and with a double op setup, it's difficult to concede mid without having a quick rotator there, right? Because Gambit have been kind of winning the A fight, so AVEZ feels like they need to keep 3 towards this A side. But what's been working really well for Gambit is this mid-control pressure. And if they can avoid getting picked from Kai or only get trading 1-for-1 with him, B's to take it and rounds over. So, see if Gambit figure this out, but they are really addicted to this A site, Scriv.
Yeah. Certainly seems to be the case. Maybe, not a good thing for AVEZ. Particularly if they're losing rounds, but Kylar looking to stand strong this time around. Good for 1. Charlie coming in with one of his own, will be traded back. Oh, the long hold may well fall. Shiro trying to find a quick trade on the Tech 9. He does. Massive stuff from Shiro once again. He's absolutely loving Dust 2 right now and has made this round a bit more doable. Certainly not over, but looking a bit more likely. Throws the bomb across. Supra will... Ooh, maybe be able to get the plan in. Not going to be the case, though. The boost up coming in. Great quick thinking from AVEZ. Leaves Shiro in a 1v2 when he's got 10 HP. They will back away, go towards long. Yeah, and just keep him guessing. This is really well done. This is a beautiful read. 10 seconds left. Shiro not fancying his chances, just going to hold on to his AWP. And, well, when they've got all this cash, it's all good for him to survive after time and not earn anything. Holding on to 5,000, well, obviously just under, but $5,000 thereabouts of weaponry is pretty big. And he'll be able to do so. Trying to go for the wall bang. Not going to happen. You know what might happen, though, Keith?
Fire away.
You might win some skins. If you get
I
on
like
Hellcase.
skins. Tell me how.
You get on Hellcase, right? And you go, let's put some money on me. Malta V. Nice, got a bit of bonus. That's good. You know what? I've run out of money, but I want to do a bit more. I've got
Yeah, you do. You
refill
do.
bonus.
Oh, really?
How do I get that? Malta V 15. Oh my god. Incredible.
Okay, I
Look at
follow. I follow. You know what else? You know what else I know?
Hmm?
Apparently they do a ton of giveaways and like have so many cases to open. It's kind of crazy.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, they're really cool partners.
I heard they run like little internal competitions as well. If you want a bit of a competitive.
Really?
edge. Yeah.
Well, being a competitor who's always right, I feel like that's kind of my alley.
Well, give it a go. There's a banner down below with the Eden Esports Twitch channel.
We should
Give
check
it a
it out.
click.
We'll check it out.
Yeah, maybe after the game. Me v you.
Yeah. Well.
Who gets the biggest money? You go first,
Yeah.
of course, and then I'll decide how much I need to spend to beat you. You know.
Doesn't seem fair, but I'll let it slide. Gambit, quick up towards short, Bialy. Looking to take the aggressive approach. He'll throw a molly in response. That'll split up his Gambit youngsters through the smoke, but they trade out in their favor. Kyler's in some trouble. He's spraying wildly, but he is finally going to be put down. And I hear the instant save call, Scriv. I'm not in their TeamSpeak. I'm not in their Discord, but to me, this is a save all day long.
Yeah, makes sense, right? They've just been walked all over in this round. A pretty fast one when we've had some closer, slower key moments turn it around. Gambit youngsters, they turn the speed up ever so slightly, and it works really, really well. And this is once again the issue for AVEZ on the back foot on the CT side this time around. It's even harsher than Vertigo, financially speaking. In terms of the rounds, they've done better. They've got 3 instead of just 1. But in terms of the money, it's actually a lot harder to keep up. And Gambit youngsters making sure that is the case. Battering them down, keeping them at arm's length. 3 or 4 rounds in the lead. AVEZ never really able to change that. And since the rifles have solidly come into play, Gambit youngsters have been a bit more decisive with their rounds and might just get 1 more here as well. Gonna half by scouts to accompany the AWP. Ultimately not looking too good for AVEZ coming into round number 11.
Yeah, not so good, but an opening pick. Hey, we take those. Saved up already getting involved. The Holly. Poking and prodding in towards middle. There's the typical hinge smoke from Gambit youngsters. Can't afford to get picked again, however. Safe jump across, hit the hinge. Good movements from Supra. He'll claim catwalk, and AVEZ have shifted their defense with these pistols and scouts to a bit more of a B-centric setup. And I don't hate it. This B site, it's going to be hard to get in. Now the op isn't here. That's the one saving grace for Gambit.
Here we go, the hit coming through, and we'll see whether they can indeed keep them at bay. Oh no, Shiro! He's killed his teammate, Keith. He's killed his teammate. And suddenly it's a 2v2. Because the scout and the orb have picked up frags of their own. What's happened here? Supra's dropped down, catching each other completely off guard. Picks up 2, just like that. Third as well. Secured. Easy stuff for Supra. What a mad round. Gambit youngsters come out on top of it, though, and AVEZ is going to be a little annoyed at that, because it was certainly a chance with the team kill. Was certainly a chance for to steal it. Kai is like, you know, the Metal Gear Solid, right? Surprise noise. As the player drops down behind him. In future, Supra, maybe make sure you have your gun out before you land. Not punished this time, but I'd imagine in future he will be. Ooh, fire pushing them back. Shiro's found an opener here, so looking good for Gambit youngsters once again. Kylo are going to try and push forwards and find a return frag, but not looking too likely. Gambit youngsters just seem to be, as we said, you know, round on round, it looks a lot more than that, but round on round just seem to be that one step ahead, opening up and working with the advantage pretty cleanly. Ooh, here we go, though. Kai's traded one back. Let's see where this goes. As Bialy, he'll find Nafany at long. Suddenly looking a lot better. Things are looking up for AVEZ, but the B-bomb site's somewhat vulnerable, and Kai's going to move away from it to try and get proactive in the middle. And there goes the B-bomb site, so perhaps a bit of a mistake coming in from him. His head going to be spotted. The position given away, but he gets caught. And that will be the B-bomb site falling, and now a tough retake ensues.
Yeah, they're going to try. That was a must-win. This is getting weird now. Exile doubles in. Super will push out. Marcos is going to try to back up and save. 9 for Gambit. Scriv will continue their T-side terror, as they have been on a roll, haven't they? Looking really good on Dust 2. Their map pick. And it's kind of the carryover of those 50-50 duels, the opening picks. Majority of the time, it's going Gambit's way. And that's kind of just an extension of Vertigo. It seems like AVEZ just a little outclassed here. Saving grace, they do have another best of 3 if they lose this, so it's not elimination, but that just means you have to play even more Counter-Strike.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're going to get walked all over in the winners series, it's going to be hard for you, right? Less confidence in yourself, less momentum. How's the other side looking here? Would seem Na'Vi Jr. take the first map, 16-10. So may well be Na'Vi Jr. That was also Apex's pick. And it was Overpass again, Keith. Overpass. Let's hang it up, Apex. Not looking too good, guys. Not looking too good. Either way, back to Dust 2. We move towards B, and we have Kai finding the first frag. Almost a second as well for him. Not quite enough here. Another up and down kind of buy. Of course, the AWP available, but other than that, not much to speak of. They're trying to get cheeky. It's not working out. Gambit youngsters. That's number 10. Marcos will go to save, and Bialy probably going to try and get some exits or help his teammate save. Regardless, it will be another round for Gambit youngsters coming in pretty cleanly.
Yeah, no doubt there. 10 on this D side. They are shaping up to run away with possibly 4. If they can take away these guns from AVEZ, they can lose every gun. They don't care. They can lose the AWP, they can lose the AK, does not matter. Parts of me which they're just straight up running at them, but hey, this will do. At least they're not showing fear. They're continuing to hunt a wee bit. And here we go. Round 14, Gambit. Do you think they get to 12, Scriv? Be honest.
No. AVEZ are going to win this one and the next. I am a turncoat, but I believe they can do it. Of course, would make sense. I am British. Of course I am a turncoat. Regardless, 1-for-1 trades. Maybe I'm wrong. Gambit youngsters keeping it even, getting a bit of control of long as well, and drawing attention to it. I like this from them as well. They're not just pushing straight in. They're going to play it nice and cool, calm, and collected, right? Give it a minute before they fully dedicate to a bomb site, and I'm a big fan.
Well, man advantage for Gambit here, Scriv. Minute left. I feel like there's always a kill within the opening, like 20, 30 seconds. Everyone's playing quite aggressive, and I am all for it. Now, CT Smoke's going to make AVEZ a little nervous and anxious, I'd say. And this long flight has a lot of repercussions. That's big from Bialy. The B hit will commence. Nara with 1. Reposition. He's worried about mid. He has no CT support, so he's playing battle up. And it's going to work for his second. Going for the third. A missed shot. No scope from Shiro. Okay. AK in hand. Does he find a 1v1 towards door? It would be nuts.
He's waiting. They creeping. This flash could be big. Just blind up, but he's not able to find the frag, and Bialy will capitalize while he's distracted. No madness coming in. Bit of damage done, I guess, but AVEZ will get their 4th on the board, and there you have it. 12 denied. The 11, not quite yet. Still certainly doable for Gambit youngsters, but double up setup. I'm always confident in this from AVEZ. We'll see what they can get done with it. It is looking pretty good towards the tail end of this first half. Still a relatively dominant look. 10-5 is okay. You know, you can be satisfied, but you do have to bear in mind AVEZ, 2 of those rounds come super early on. So when the rifles have been in play, Gambit youngsters have been the dominant force. And they may continue to be if they pick up the 11th there.
Scriv, you're right about them not getting to 12, but maybe they can get to 11. Maybe that's doable, right? You got to think that's possible.
Yeah, I think so.
But the double ops from AVEZ have been pretty good. Narat not getting it this time. And again, back to this standard setup AVEZ has been running pretty consistently. Conceding mid, focusing more B and long heavy. There's some flaws in this, but to be honest, Gambit haven't really picked up on it lately since they've been doing these setups. So it's been working pretty well, and the Fanning could be in some trouble. Kai spotting the mid push. This is getting weird now, Scriv.
Always does with these two teams. It has been a wild ride. Kai holding it down with a CZ. Good for 1. Still alive, but he's traded out by Shiro. No scope coming in. An open avenue as well, but Shiro's got the bomb. So he's got to go for the plant. Can't take those fights. A 3 versus 3. Certainly looking doable. AVEZ are in with the quick rotations, but they're very wary of the middle position. Anyone around? Not quite sure. Anyone behind us? Don't know. They always seem to be everywhere on this Gambit youngsters side, but they've got to start to move in. Time ticking away. The 1 piece of utility goes down. Flash comes over the top. Nafany on the edge of the smoke. Can't connect the spray down, and Shiro, they're too close to him. It all comes onto Axile, and he can get it done. Of course he can. Double spray from him. It's hella close, but it will be 11th secured for Gambit, and a pretty damn good first half once again. This time on their T side. So seemingly they can do no wrong. Looking very, very strong here, our Gambit youngsters, and Look, I thought they were going to be the stronger side, but they have been incredibly dominant here, and AVEZ not able to string any together. It's really looking tough. It really is. They're going to need a hell of a T side.
Yeah, those odds, not as bad as they were on Vertigo, but still pretty high up there. The Loot Bet Boys feel that way. Check them out in the banner below. They're a great partner to the event. And it's unfortunate that AVEZ don't have another CT side pistol here. They're going to have to try to win a T side pistol. And Gambit youngsters have a bit of the AVEZ luck when it comes to CT side pistols. So this could get weird. They're going to allow that 1T to get out towards long. That's Narot, tucked in towards that blue bin. He's just kind of a distraction man. He's causing a scene. Do they buy the bluff, though, Scriv? Does it change Gambit's positioning? So far, not really.
Lower kind of start here, Keith. Smokes will dip in. Oh, Nafany. Yeah, blocked it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. 200 IQ. But the thing is, they're going B. It was all a fake. It was all a ruse. Supra is not buying it, though. He finds the head of the first. Inters pops up from back plat to find Bialy. And now the rotations are coming in. They're ready for this flank. Looking so clean. Not a single frag as Supra gets 3. 12th in for Gambit youngsters, and that's certainly not the start that AVEZ wanted.
Yeah, we're treading in dangerous, rampant up waters, right? Like, look at these shots from Supra. Unchallenged, Shiro and Supra, absolute beasts on these USPs. What else do you say, right? They're just beasts. And AVEZ full saving for next, so they're going to allow Gambit to get up to 13. Risky business. But I'm all for it. Flash in towards mid. Supra's going to peek window. The Glocks are starting to close the gap, but they're also starting to get slaughtered. Kyler will not get a kill. He will fall. And that's 13 Scriv. And now this is where the real big guns come out, and this is where it starts to matter. And I do just want to update everyone for the other game. So all the while, Navi Jr. have taken a map over Apex, and it's 7-5 on map 2. So a little bit of an update there.
Of course. I'm sure some of the more regular patrons will be watching both, but all the same. Ooh, just keep people updated. Nice shot through the smoke while blinded. Need to follow up. Doesn't quite find the frag. Kylar, meanwhile, is actually going to drop Nafany. He's looking for a few more here in lower tunnels. Takes some nade damage, but it's an early pickup for AVEZ in a desperate attempt to the buy. As they try and do what they can. Axile, though, he goes unchecked. He will find the double spray down, and he will maybe secure the round. We'll see. It's still a little wild. Still a bit up in the air as Kylar continues to find frags. All over the shot. There goes Shiro. There goes Axile. It's all onto Supra 1v2. And he is hot on the heels of Kylar. I don't think they're going to be expecting the flank to come in this quickly. Not able to hear it. Beautiful pickup coming in from him. The bomb all the way towards the bottom end of long as well. So immediately he knows, oh, he's able to rotate around. Supra is an absolute genius. This is easy. This is easy. Doesn't even have his gun out. He does get it out in the very final second, but Supra able to drop him. 14th coming in, and that's a great communication of information. It's like, okay, look, we die, we go down, but the bomb, I'm pretty damn sure, is dropped at long. So if he's not planted by now, it must still be there, right? And it's a really, really good process of elimination, right? The pathing, the tree that Supra goes through in his mind, where he's like, yes, no, and he's able to come to the answer really, really quickly.
Well, here we are. Pistols once more, almost conceding the 15. Scrivar as they invest a little bit, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. They're going to try to take Cat. Getting the alley into CT is risky business. The Omp should be ready for it, and it is. Shiro doesn't miss from this range. It's kind of his dead zone, where everything will land. Axile with the USP. Shiro going for more. Maybe blind. Smokes could be in his way, but he's got some teammates support. That's a nifty flash that doesn't blind Axile because it pops behind the barrel, and he'll take full advantage of it with 2. Marcos alone, he will fall shortly. Give it a moment. And that is 15 for Gambit. Match series point.
Yeah, pretty speedy one here. I really wasn't expecting, particularly the second map that's been brought close. Never really expecting this to come to such a speedy end. It's wild. It is absolutely wild. But Gambit youngsters, like I said in the pregame, they are a team that, you know, you best as once. Okay, fair. We're going to put some work in. Thank you. We'll learn from that. You know, they're very gracious in defeat in that sense. Speedy stuff coming in from Narot. He will manage to take down Nafany. There you go. Love to see that from AVEZ, and they're going to continue to keep the speed on. The pedal to the metal, but Kyle are going to fall a bit too fast, maybe. Hoping his teammates had broken long and made it up there and could help him out. Capitalize on his death. Just not going to be the case. He goes down a little needlessly, and it pulls it back into a 4-on-4. Missed shots here from Marcos, and left low. Kai, meanwhile, going to find one, but traded immediately. Looking good here. Axel cutting off Marcos. 3-on-2 with neither side falling. Both T's are across all over the place now, Rock. Oh, should be finding that. Painful to watch. What is Super doing, though? Also painful to watch. Good God. If this is the final round, it is a mad one. Bialy in a 1 versus 2. Certainly doable. I mean, low HP on Shiro, right? He could isolate these 1v1s.
Yeah, definitely possible. That molly is well timed. That smoke starting to fade. Bialy finds the one. Shiro low. Saw Bialy jump across. And I don't know if Shiro's liking this. He's waiting to see if Bialy peeks. If Bialy peeks and Shiro can get the kill, he'll go for the defuse. But that's the only stipulation. If Bialy peeks, and he does, and Shiro will get there with time, that is heartbreaking.
A harsh way to lose it. And a harsh series overall. 16-8.